Hey guys, what's up? So we've got some information to do with Rush Duels. We're actually getting a confirmation that certain Red Eyes Black Dragon cards are coming to the Rush Duel series. As you were expected, in the same way that the Blue Eyes White Dragon is a legend card, the Red Eyes Black Dragon has now become a legend card as well. For anyone who isn't aware, these legend cards, you can only have one of them in a deck in any one time, so you have to be quite wise and choose which particular one you want. You can characterize these easily because in the top left corner, as you can see from the Red Eyes Black Dragon, it says legend in there. So of course it's the standard Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is a level 7 with 2400 attack and 2000 defense. I'm thinking this is going to see that much play unless there are specific cards that are going to attach itself to the Red Eyes series, because currently we have the only other card out there that's a legend card is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think Gaia might be one as well, but I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me on it. But you would rather support a Blue Eyes White Dragon with 3000 attack over a 2400 attack monster, especially since it requires the same level of tributes. So that's played the exact same way it is. We have the Red Eyes, Black Dragon's Chick, which used to be called Red Eyes Black Chick in the original card game. I was mentioning as well, with the new Red Eyes Black Dragon, I don't like the design on it. It does look very scaly and very thin. It doesn't look very impressive. So I don't actually like the artwork on it, and it's not kind of my favourite. This is the Dragon's Chick is a Dark Dragon level 1 with 800 attack and 500 defense, and its requirement is to send this face-up card on the field to the graveyard in order to special summon a Red Eyes Black Dragon from your hand to your field face-up. This runs basically the same way as the original Red Eyes Black Chick. I do prefer the artwork on this one. It's a lot closer up. It looks a lot more realistic, and I love that little fire breath that it uses, the little darkness around it. I think it's very clever, and actually, as opposed to the Red Eyes Black Dragon, I actually like this artwork on it. And we also have one final card to have a look at. This is Inferno Fire Blast. This is a normal spell card, and its requirements are to activate if there is a face-up Red Eyes Black Dragon on your field. And its effect is inflict 2400 damage to your opponent. This turn, you cannot attack with Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now, this is the same with the new artwork for the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I don't like it because it's taking into account that artwork. The original looks far more impressive, and I just can't stand the look of it. I just think it looks quite cheap. It doesn't look as impressive as the original one, so this is just my opinion. It does exactly what the original one does, although it does say in the notes here that Inferno Fire Blast does a fixed 2400 damage instead of doing damage according to the original attack of some Red Eyes Black Dragon on your field. It's semantics here. It's all the same thing. I suppose this is the only reason you really run this over a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Saying that, I don't know whether they're actually going to be introducing more support, but I would assume at least the basic cards within the series which were used will be adapted into Rush Duels. So you might have Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. I don't think you're going to get the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I think that would be too much. The whole point of Rush Duels is to make it a little bit more simple and less dominating for smaller children to be able to get into maybe the more advanced game. It's kind of like a stepping stone for it. So I don't see them pushing for that anytime soon. They may do that in the future. I'm looking into maybe 1 or 2 years into the series, but that's because most of the Yu-Gi-Oh series have kind of like a shelf life of about 3 years. You'll be kind of pushing towards more of the power creep to the back of the series. My concern about this is just how are these decks going to function. At the moment, as it is, although you're drawing into all these random cards, and because you don't have the limits as you used to have on the original game, it's fine, but I could still see aspects of your deck becoming quite clogged up with all these specific cards. So it's not something I would particularly look into running as of yet. I think this is only going to get better as the series gets along, and actually I like keeping some of the aspects of the original series within the new series. However, I also like that they're creating their own unique cards to separate themselves. Well, they kind of have to. The main series character cards can't be basically monsters from the old series unless you're going to really change the effects. I don't see them doing that. It would be too confusing. It would just not be true to the original game. Is there anything you like about these cards? Can you see yourself running a Red Eyes deck? And what cards do you think will be used to support them, maybe outside of the original Yu-Gi-Oh series? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe.